Oh shit, I'm late. What's up YouTube? I'm Inferno, and welcome back to my devlog on Future Warfare. In this video we're going to be implementing a new income system, which should add another layer of strategy to the game. Yeah, let's just get started. Future Warfare is a 2D sci-fi strategy game where you can either play as the Dreadnoughts or the Galaxians, each equipped with their own unique units. The objective is simple: destroy the other player's base before they destroy yours. This game will take place in a number of rounds. At the beginning of each round, you will begin unit selection. This will be where you select your units to battle in this round. The selected units will be spawned in during the battle phase, and they will fight it out until there is no longer any units left on the field. At the end of each of the rounds, the players will be able to buy upgrades from the upgrade shop to help them in the next rounds to come. So, the original plan was to add some income upgrades to the upgrade shop. However, I wanted to push myself outside of my comfort zone and add some depth to the game. To accomplish this, I'm going to add in a building phase that will come directly after the upgrade shop phase. In the building phase, this 5x5 grid will pop up and the player will be able to build on each of these tiles. These buildings are going to increase the player's total income received at the beginning of each of the rounds. Next, we're going to go into Unity and create 25 game objects, which will be placeholders for each of the tiles. And these 25 tiles, of course, will make up the grid. The first building we're going to create is the resource mine. This building will increase the player's total income per round by 2,000. More specifically, it's going to increase the income produced by the tile that it is built on. At the end of the building phase, each of the tiles are going to be added up for their individual income produced. This will give us the total income for the player the next round. For our second building type, we have the reactor. Now that we have two buildings to select from, we're going to need to create a way to do that. So over on the left hand side, I'm going to create 4 different buttons. The reactor building is going to be a buff type. So what that means is it's going to increase the production of the tiles surrounding it by 20% per round. So let's say we have it built and 2 rounds have passed. It's going to be increasing those tiles surrounding it by 40%. And then the next round it will be 60%, and so on, until it's either destroyed or the game has ended. For our third building type, we have the road. The road's going to be another buff type build. So if you place the road on a tile, it's going to increase that tile's production by 10%. However, if you place another road connecting to it, it will increase the production by 20% for both those tiles. And if we go on the right here and connect another 2 roads, those will be 20% and 20%. However, if we fully connect this full highway, then it's going to increase to 80% for all 8 of those tiles. I think you can see that a few roads connected isn't going to make a huge impact. However, once you have a bunch of roads connected, creating a huge highway, it's going to make a big difference. All of that was actually kind of a lie, because these tiles actually don't have any income production yet, so it's doing nothing for us. But if we build a resource mine on any one of these roads, its production will be increased by the 80%. Which means that base 2,000 income that the resource mine has is going to be multiplied by the 1.8, giving the player a total income of 3,600. So if we add a few more resource mines, this is going to make a huge difference in the income the player receives. Alright, lastly, we have the power line and the power plant. So the power lines are going to behave similarly to the roads. However, I wanted to make them a bit different, so they need a power plant to be able to actually do anything, and when one power plant is connected to the power lines, it will increase those tiles production by 50%. The cool thing about the power lines is that you can actually overcharge them if you have more than one power plant connected to them. So if you connect these power lines here, technically both power plants are hooked up to the whole system, so any of those tiles connected in with the power lines is going to double the production or increase the production by 100%. So currently I'm just going with the limit of 4 power plants that can be connected to a power line. It is also worth noting that the roads and the power lines can both be synergized to further increase the production of the resource mines. Okay, so we have our overview of the prices or the costs of each of the buildings so far. This is subject to change for sure once I get a better feel of the game and what seems balanced to me. I also made a highlight for the build type buttons so that the player has an indication of which building type they have selected. Awesome, let's see how everything has came together. The base starting income is going to be 10,000, and we will receive the income as soon as we get to the upgrade shop phase. Alright, let's head over to the building phase. I'm going to just start off with 4 resource mines, which will take up all of our cash. Once we reach the upgrade shop, we can see that we now receive 18,000 instead of the 10,000. Now this time let's lay down some roads and see what that does for us. Now the income's looking pretty good. We're making 25,000 per round. Now let's lay down some power lines and a power plant to power that, which increases the income up to 32,500. Getting your income grid up and running is going to be very important later in the game. It's going to give you a lot more buying power that you can use towards buying more units or more upgrades. That's going to be it for this devlog. Thank you so much for watching. Hit the subscribe button for future updates, and if you like the video, give it a like. I'd appreciate that. Anyways, have a great rest of your day. Peace.